ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। Sri Ramakrishna is speaking. You are leading a householder's life. That's very good. It is like fighting from a fort. There are many disadvantages in fighting in the open field. So many dangers. Too, bullets may hit you. The difference between a householder and a sannyasi who has renounced. The dangers are always awaiting, because here, unless a sannyasi is in a monastery like our ashrama, where he is alone with many other monks, alone he is walking towards God, the absolute alone, the individual alone is moving. But there are others who are there as a community, together living, together they have the common sources, common problem, just to maintain their own living. Swami Vivekananda has, after these Thakurs coming and talking to these people about the Tyaga, the understanding of sannyasa has taken a serious turn. Formerly, they used to roam about from place to place, beg their food, take rest anywhere, not to stay more than 3 days, 3 nights at a place, and go on, not to acquire attachments. All these were there, hundreds of rules, but nothing to give to the society. They will live somewhere, roaming about, wandering. They leave the body somewhere and go away. Thakur changed. For Swamiji used to say, Vivekananda used to say, for centuries together, for thousands of years, householders have sacrificed their life to sustain the sadhus, sannyasis, brahmacharis, who are on the spiritual path, sadhakas, in their own way. And these people lived at their expense. Now the time has changed. They are in danger because of the modernity and materialism overpowering them. Now it is your duty to build up small ashramas, joining together, a few sannyasis coming together, joining together, living together, and making it possible for serving the world. So as much realization of God is necessary, same amount of service to the world becomes necessary. The necessity of serving the world has 2 aspects. One, you are not serving any being or this world or anything. You are serving God. Shiva Jnane Jiva Seva. The whole picture changes when you look upon the suffering mankind or struggling mankind. One is without education, one is without money, poverty stricken. Another is illiterate, without education, when he is struggling with bodily ailments, not able to get up and move about, all these things are going on. So, can't you see God in them? God is the indweller. This is only a cover. The bodily existence is cover. Again and again, in every temple, the car festival goes on, Ratha Yatra, to again and again point out God sits in your body. Ratha is body. God is sitting, you see there. Identify every man's body as car, God sitting inside. Car has its own limitations, problems, starting and end, but not the indweller. Like that, the bodily existence is there. This bodily existence should not limit it. Now the car has to go for repair. The owner doesn't go. He is not admitted to the hospital when car is taken to the workshop. He is there. Car alone goes to. These external covers, whole bodily existence is external cover. You are feeding the cover, you are repairing the car of people for the sake of the indweller, the owner, kshetra, kshetrajna. The body is a kshetra only. In kshetra you have to take care so that the indweller is safe and happy. To make the indweller, the God happy, I am serving the man. God is suffering. A vehicle going out of order, the master is suffering. Car is not suffering. Suffering of body is the suffering of the indweller. So there a short ego comes out to identify with this body and do the karmas. This is a spark of the Lord also. Lord fully dwells in every heart as the indweller without whom the body cannot exist. The expression of Chaitanya through Jada is life. Life cannot be there because if the indweller is not there, it is he who is expressing through the body as life. There is no only body and soul. Body and soul is there, and there is consciousness which makes the whole thing work with life. Life is there, body is there, soul is there, life is there. This life is the light of God. Otherwise this will be a dead body. If indweller is not there, it becomes a dead body. So, expression of consciousness through matter, expression of Chaitanya through Jada is life. So God is, can't you see that God and Saru? This is the, never see the body, Saru the body, but see the indweller. You see the indweller and Saru the body. As if you are working for a master in their house. All things you are taking care, wiping, cleaning the house, this, that, everything you are doing, not for the house sake, for the Lord's sake. Master. So this concept brought in the, not to the worldly people or people in the world or householders. To a householder, as much as you can do. But it is essential for the sadhakas and sannyasis who have renounced, they have freedom to work. Householders don't have freedom to work. Yet these people have freedom to serve, which those people do not have freedom to serve. So a bound soul can offer very little services, but the free ones can devote whole thing for God. So this aspect, Sri Ramakrishna Vivekananda tradition, it has brought it to a new type of sannyasa, where Atmano Mokshartham Jagatitaya, for one's own evolution to divinehood, one's own enlightenment, the struggle goes on. He renounces the world for two purposes, to realize God. And whoever can renounce and take up this path, that is the call of Swami Vivekananda, and serve this world. One life you spend for the sake of world. So, in crores and crores of people, a few emerge out to take up that cross and walk. So, Master is telling, for householder, but in moving about in this way, lot of obstacles, lot of problems, lot of this one will be there, which is inevitable. It goes. Now he has to work amidst the society. Now flood comes. During flood times, I had an opportunity in my life to attend to one of the storms that attacked East Coast. I was on the way to training center. It was 1982. There was depression in the sea and huge rains, stormy rains were there, and Naidupet was attacked, which is the border of Tamil Nadu and Andhra. And people in thousands were dying. When the cyclone effect has come over that region, we came to know. Immediately, before even government could reach, the Ramakrishna Mission requested their local centers to, and all the trains going towards the Calcutta was cancelled. So I had to stay there for many days. So relief work started. The very next day, morning, in heavy rains, we had to go, vehicles would go. And as we move towards the Naidupet, whole area is covered with water. Somewhere neck deep, somewhere waist deep. Dirty water, not even a single tree is left. All trees have fallen down. All electric poles have fallen down. Damal roads, tar roads have been blown off. Nothing is there. No houses, all houses have fallen. After the whole water came down, after 10 days, we saw the roof of the concrete roof of the houses are flown away, 20 feet away, blown away from the house. Such scenes. When we went, we did not know what to do, how to go. On the fallen trees, there are few people. On the top of the houses, there are few people. Here, there. Already a day has passed. We requested the boatsmen here, there. They are unwilling to come. We offered them whatever you want, you ask for. And then government help we are not getting, because they don't have orders from their higher authorities. We can't do anything, we must get. The survey is going on. The helicopters are flying over. We could get 5 boats, large boats. Whatever food material we had taken, we put blankets, this, that, but it is raining. Very difficult to maintain. A school nearby was given to us for staying. Then we could stay there. On the boats we would go every day. One boatman and we people. We have to feed him and we have to take all the precaution for our bodily care. This one is going on. Infections. Bodies have started rotting already. Wherever we could go, give them some food, pick them up. They're all weeping and shouting. Their family people have gone. 1 or 2 are alive. They are not able to. Houses have completely blown away. Water has taken away. Where is their property? Nothing is known. We could, as many people we could accommodate, pick them, make them, help them to. The boat will be, we cannot make it stand. It has no 4 wheels, you see, 4 legs. It has to float in water to bring down the people from the fallen trees. It was hectic. We were totally drenched day and night in water. Then we used to pour Dettol on our body, wipe and go again. Then when the water started subsiding, government helps and all came. But we had already finished about 45 people. We had already shifted to the safe place in our boats. Morning till night, nights we cannot go with lanterns and all. All provision we have, but we can't see what is happening outside. Dark clouds above. So when this one started coming down water, after 10 days, the whole scene was entirely different. Everywhere, here and there, human dead bodies, all animals, cows and this one all. Where to put them? How to burn them? How to dig and put? As many as human bodies could take the photographs and all that, videos, and then put them together with the government request and pour kerosene and whatever we have and put fire. Some government, they could take the dead bodies of the animals and put in the sea also. So that was the scene. Now imagine how much of work is needed. How to remove the suffering of mankind in these cases. Now those who have died has gone away. But what about the living people? You cannot console them by any means because they have already developed an attachment. They are mine and they alone are mine. A mother has taken that child to be hers and the child alone as hers. Child is hers is all right. Child alone is mine and none other is mine. There comes the problem. You cannot console. Otherwise, there are so many children. She can be mother of so many children. If she just thinks, why this one child mine? All children are mine. And that child also doesn't belong to her. Nature has given birth and God is bringing up. And in between, that ego comes to say mine. Try to have a hold on a thing which is not mine, which we have to leave and go, or that will leave us and go. We have to part. It belongs to nature. So to console them was very difficult, and we have built a residential area for them as much as possible. So Now you see the health is at stake. When we enter that dirty water in which bodies are rotting, we have to get down and move in that. To serve. Sadhana also. When you are doing sadhana, where will you get your needs fulfilled? Suppose you are sick one day, body is subjected to now and then sickness, loose motions, vomitings, food, whatever, wherever it is available, or whoever gives, yesterday, day for you, whatever is there, give, mother, we are satisfied. Take and eat with food which is not, we are not accustomed. Whatever they give, we have to eat. And how that body condition would be. Then sit in the cold and heat, bearing all this struggling. Some days you may not get food at all. Now look at all these problems, health problems, food problems, all these. Drinking water you not get. You are going from one, suddenly you see a barren area. There is no well, there is no river. You go on walking. No houses, no water to drink. Thirsty, you are pulling the body. In Narmada area, when we walk, we pass through so many things and other dangers. Something we have, somebody wants to snatch away. Many people doubt, why is he wearing Gerva cloth? Is he a genuine sadhu or not? They want to test. So all these problems we face when we are alone as a sannyasi and moving about. Somebody may even, children here, the youths may throw stones at us, tease us. All this you have to silently bear, calling on God. For love of God, you have to move on, blessing them, praying for them, and joyfully accepting what comes in life. So for that, when you compare, but reward is great. I have renounced everything for God. That one consolation and one direct link to the God. When I have left everything except you, I don't have anybody. To say that and hold on to Him. And oh, you are training me. Oh, you are testing me. Go on experiencing, passing through that is entirely different with no bondages. But at the same time, all these things you have to understand. If you take in right spirit, it is all right. If you feel otherwise, how much suffering like it is. That householders do not face these problems. They have some other problems. Problems cannot be avoided. Once you enter the householder's life, you are caught there. Even to leave the house at your will for a few days to stay in friend's house or in a pilgrimage center, you have no freedom. No more in your life. The question is, why you want to go? Why can't you take me? Second thing, why can't you, all of us go? They don't want to leave. Give freedom for a few days to live in their own way. The rest of the life, old age you cannot. Because total dependence, we never practiced acceptance of suffering. We never practiced, we are not trained our children also to go through the hardships the earlier people used to go through. To face the dangers bravely, to accept the suffering joyfully, we are not taught them. They can't even walk few kilometers now. When Even during our childhood, people used to walk miles and miles for school and come back in the evening, walking same way, 4 or 5 kilometers, walking, they used to come back home. Now, vehicle comes at the door. But man is becoming a machine. He cannot independently work. He cannot walk. He cannot run. He cannot take hard work. Machines are doing. So small things make them upset because they have not been taught. So these dangers Sri Ramakrishna is telling, which the householders do not, that as if you are in a it is very good. It is like fighting from a fort. Fighting is there. Life is a sangrama, constant sangrama, constant warfare. You have entered, whether a sannyasi or sannyasi is in the open field, householder in the fort. He has to fight from the fort. These people fight in the open field. Nobody to support, nobody to back them up, unless it's a monastery. Fighting from a field. So many dangers too. Bullets may hit you. But one should spend some time in solitude and attain knowledge. This is essential. You are a householder, sometime must spend solitude. Whenever there is an opportunity given, whenever a thing opens up, silently sit and call on God. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.